Most amazing black and white animals. The giant panda is a bear of medium to large size with a large head, small eyes, long muzzle, large nose, and short tail. It has a very good sense of smell. It has large jaws with strong muscles, and together with its flat molars, is able to crush bamboo leaves and stems. Its thick fur is creamy white with big black patches on its shoulders, ears, and nose, with distinctive black patches around its eyes. An extension of its wrist bone, which serves as a thumb, enables them to grip bamboo stems. Giant pandas are terrestrial animals, although they are able to climb and take shelter in hollow trees or rock crevices, but do not establish permanent dens. For this reason, pandas do not hibernate. Giant pandas are herbivores, folivores, and in the wild, they eat 99% bamboo. They may also eat meat, fish, and eggs when available. The red-crowned crane is the world's second rarest crane. It is a tall, graceful bird, which is mainly white with black lower wings. Males have black cheeks, throat, and neck, whilst in females these parts are pearly gray. An adult crane has a bare patch of skin on top of its bright red head. Its beak is olive green and its legs are black. Red-crowned cranes live in eastern Russia, in the Amur River basin, and in China and Japan and other parts of southeastern Asia. Red-crowned cranes are social birds and live in flocks. When they preen, they rub a special oil onto their feathers that they secrete from a gland by the top of their tail, to keep their feathers conditioned. Striped skunks are the biggest of the skunk species. They are easily identifiable by the white stripe running from head to tail, and each individual has a unique pattern of stripes. Skunks are intelligent and usually good-natured. As members of the weasel family Mustelidae, they share the characteristics of a musky odor and well-developed scent glands. The skunk excels at this potential and can discharge a foul-smelling fluid as a means of defense. Its scientific name, mephitis, in Latin means bad odor. Most skunks do not survive their first year because of infectious diseases and severe weather conditions. If they do survive, in the wild they can live for up to 7 years, and in captivity for up to 10 years. They can run as fast as 16 kilometers per hour, 10 miles per hour. Skunks are nocturnal solitary animals and forage and hunt in the evening. The mountain zebra is truly a symbol of Africa. The species is so called due to its amazing climbing ability, allowing it to easily take over steep, rugged surfaces. This ungulate has developed considerably tougher and more pointed hooves than these of other equine species. The body of this animal is covered with black and white stripes. The mane is short and straight. Another distinctive characteristic of this species is gridiron, narrow stripes, running through its rump. Additionally, the mountain zebras possess so-called dewlap, a thin piece of skin on their throat. The dewlap is more conspicuous in males. Mountain zebras lead a diurnal lifestyle, being active by day and sleeping by night. The black and white ruffed lemur is one of the largest lemurs and the second loudest primate after the howler monkey from Central and South America. With its striking black and white pattern, it is amongst the most iconic of the lemur species. Its name comes from the large white furry ruff around its neck. It is classified as critically endangered, which makes it one of the most endangered of the lemurs, being just one step from extinction in the wild. Black and white ruffed lemurs live in eastern Madagascar, in primary and secondary lowland, as well as a mid-altitude rainforest. Black and white ruffed lemurs live in groups of 2 to 5 individuals. The subgroups use different parts of the home range. Black and white ruffed lemurs have a highly frugivorous diet, with fruit making up 92% of their overall diet. Smaller percentages of leaves, nectar, seeds, and even fungi make up the remainder. The black-billed magpie is a medium-sized bird in the Corvidae family that inhabits the western half of North America. It is black and white, with black areas on the wings and tail showing iridescent hints of blue or blue-green. It is one of only 4 North American songbirds whose tail makes up half or more of the total body length. Black-billed magpies occur from Colorado to southern coastal Alaska, to central Oregon, to northern California, northern Nevada, northern Arizona, northern New Mexico, central Kansas, and Nebraska. Black-billed magpies are social and live in family groups of 5 to 10 individuals. In winter they join other family groups and form communal roosts. Black-billed magpies are opportunistic omnivores. They eat many types of insects, carrion, seeds, rodents, berries, nuts, eggs, and also garbage and food from pets that are fed outside. A medium-sized species of penguin, this bird has a black back and beak. The front part of the body is colored white. Adult individuals have a symmetrical white stripe, stretching from their eyes, arching on the sides of their head, and then joining above their neck. Young penguins can be identified by having a black stripe beneath their neck, while adults possess 2 stripes. The cheeks of young penguins are covered with white to dark gray markings. Their plumage consists of 2 layers until they develop the adult plumage. The species is native to South America. The Magellanic penguins are found along the coasts of Chile, Argentina, and the Falkland Islands. The Magellanic penguins are diurnal birds. They spend most of their time at sea. These penguins are highly social animals, gathering into large breeding colonies of up to 220 birds. The honey badger is a large species of the mustelid family. These animals have small eyes and large skulls. The neck and shoulders are strong and muscular. Their hind feet are small, having short claws, whereas the front feet are, conversely, strong and wide, having large claws, which help badgers in catching prey and running. Being thick and loose, their skin is extremely difficult to seize for predators. Meanwhile, it allows badgers to extricate themselves and bite the opponent. Different subspecies of the honey badger vary in color. However, as a general rule, these animals are dark black ventrally, having the characteristic dorsal mantle, which is typically gray or bright white, extending the whole length of its body and turning to black at the base of the tail. Mantled gurizas are divided into several subspecies, each of which exhibits a unique appearance. However, all of these subspecies have characteristic mantles, long, white-colored fringe of fur, stretching across both sides of the trunk, giving these animals their common name, mantled gurizas. These primates are black and white colobuses, belonging to the group of Old World monkeys. A frame of white-colored hairs surrounds their face. On their tail, they display a conspicuous, white tuft. And finally, these animals differ from all other Old World monkeys by having a reduced thumb and lacking pouches on their cheeks. As social primates, mantled gurizas form units of 8 to 15 individuals. The horned puffin is a beautiful seabird found in the North Pacific Ocean. It is similar in appearance to the Atlantic puffin, its closest relative of the North Atlantic. It only differs by a horn of black skin located above the eye, from which the bird derives its common name, the horned puffin. Horned puffins are present throughout the northern Pacific Ocean, including the Shumagon Islands of the Bering Sea, the Siberian coast, Kamchatka, Sakhalin, and the Kuril Islands. Horned puffins live and breed in colonies of tens to thousands or more. They fly in circular motions above the colony before landing, upon which they adopt a dominant or submissive posture towards other birds. Horned puffins are carnivores, piscivores, and feed mainly on fish. They also eat small invertebrates, crustaceans, polychaete worms, squid, and sometimes consume small algae and marine plants. The species is named after the American naturalist W. H. Dahl. In 1873, this scientist was the first to collect specimen of this animal, today known as Dahl's porpoise. Males of this porpoise are larger and more robust than females. As opposed to other porpoise species, Dahl's porpoise lacks tubercles or bumps on the front edge of its dorsal fin. The latter is small and triangular, and can angle forward. This agile porpoise is one of the fastest cetaceans. When swimming, the animal leaves behind itself a rooster tail of water. The snout of the animal is blunt and the flippers are small. The stocky body is dark gray to black, covered with white spots and exhibiting white markings on the tail and dorsal fin. Dahl's porpoise inhabits offshore, inshore, and nearshore waters of North Pacific Ocean, including the Bering Sea, Sea of Japan, as well as Okhotsk Sea. These animals usually gather in small groups, consisting of 10 to 20 porpoises. Black and white warblers are small songbirds that breed in northern and eastern parts of North America. True to their name, these birds are black and white in color. Both sexes have black and white crowns with a white eyebrow, black streaking on a white belly, black wings with 2 white wing bars, a black tail, a black and white streaked back, streaky undertail coverts, and gray-black legs and feet. Each wing is black with 2 white wing bars. Female and juvenile plumages are similar but duller and less streaky than males. Black and white warblers are generally solitary and prefer to spend time singly. However, during migration, they sometimes join mixed flocks to feed. These diurnal birds forage like a nuthatch, moving up and down tree trunks and along branches. Black and white warblers are carnivores, insectivores. Their diet consists of insects and other arthropods, including lepidopteran larvae, beetles, ants, and spiders. Malayan tapir, otherwise known as Asian tapir, is the only living species of Old World tapir. There are only 4 tapir species around the globe, and this animal is the largest of them. Meanwhile, the Asian tapir is the most evolutionarily distinct tapir in the world. This mammal is very shy by nature, hiding from human disturbance in interior areas of its forest habitat. Hence, the animal is difficult to come across in the wild. Along with other tapir species, it exhibits an elongated, fleshy, and prehensile nose, which is able to grasp objects such as leaves and handle them into the mouth. The Malayan tapir has a highly developed sense of smell. This animal is an odd-toed ungulate, displaying 3 toes on each of its hind feet. The Malayan tapir has distinctive black and white coloration. The American oystercatcher is a large shorebird that is marked by its black and white body and a long, thick orange beak. Its head and breast are black in color and the back, wings, and tail are grayish-black. The underparts are white, as are feathers on the inner part of the wing which become visible during flight. The irises of this bird are yellow and the eyes have orange orbital rings. Its legs are long and pink in color. American oystercatchers are found on the Atlantic coast of North America from New England to northern Florida, where they are also found on the Gulf Coast, and south to Brazil, Uruguay, and Argentina. American oystercatchers are social birds and prefer to roost in flocks. However, during the breeding season, they become quite territorial. The magpie lark is a small to medium-sized Australian bird. The male and female are similar from a distance, but easy to tell apart. The female has a white throat, the male has a black throat, and a white eyebrow. Juveniles and immatures have the white throat of the female and the black eye stripe of the male, and a white belly. Magpie larks are found in Australia, Indonesia, Timor, and southern New Guinea. Magpie larks are diurnal birds that are usually seen either singly or in pairs. They may also gather in loose flocks, comprising dozens of individuals being observed perched on vantage points. Magpie larks are carnivorous birds and eat a wide range of small creatures such as insects, spiders, worms, crustaceans, reptiles, frogs, and occasionally seeds. The swallow-tailed gull is an equatorial seabird in the gull family Laridae. The species is endemic to the Galapagos Islands. When it is not breeding, it is totally pelagic, migrating eastward to the coasts of Ecuador and Peru. The swallow-tailed gull has over 50 colonies spread over the entire Galapagos archipelago. The swallow-tailed gull is unique within the gulls for feeding exclusively at night. It is the only nocturnal gull in the world. Its night-adapted eyes allow it to feed miles from shore on fish and squid it captures from the surface of the ocean. The swallow-tailed gull has a very distinctive black head with a red ring around its eye. It has a black bill with a gray tip.